Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10. Hello, I'm Himothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gonna say now? We came along from last place. Bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of this surf, I get touchdown. I take a loss, get it back.
Man, it's going to be an exciting show. You're listening to the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wole, and welcome to our Baltimore Ravens recap show. Joining me is Bowie TV's Ravens beat reporter, Carita Parks. Carita is also founder of Double Take Sports. What's up, Carita?
What's up?
You feeling refreshed? How you feeling?
Feeling refreshed. Took a little time to go home and see the family.
That's awesome,
and so that was good. The weather was great. It was in the 70s, except for today. It actually went down to like, I don't know, it was like 30, 40 something this morning when I left.
That's possible in Florida? That's possible?
In North Florida.
Okay. I'm about to say.
North Florida tends to see colder temperatures than the rest of the state.
Okay, because I think of Florida. I don't think cold. I never think cold.
Yeah, it can get cold in North Florida.
Okay. I think rain when I think of Florida. I never think cold though. I've never that's one thing. Like I've been I've been to Florida enough in my life. And the only thing I love Florida. The only thing I don't like about Florida
here, but it definitely, like I said, I think it was like 40 something this morning when I left. It was a freeze warning.
You got a what? Y'all get that? Y'all get a freeze warning?
In North, what? But I want to stress North Florida.
North Florida. Okay. This is interesting.
I feel like central to south, central Florida, Orlando area, going on down to the south.
Yeah.
Pretty warm, but North Florida can vary.
Okay. Smoking Play podcast. Yeah, you feel me?
Look, you already learned something new.
I definitely think rain. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with you. I'm like, okay. I like to be educated. Life is good. I'm not stopping. I like to be educated. But this is actually a dope show. You know, it was jury. It was after the Patriots game. I was like, if we keep doing these shows, these kids they're gonna get depressing. But you know what? God bless Shador and Cleveland Browns. But anyway, but before that, last Saturday, the Ravens kept their AFC North title dreams alive with a big win over the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field, 41-24. But before we dive into that game and talk about some of the stellar play, we got to knock out some logistics. You can check out our website, which is www.urbansportscene.com. You can subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe to the Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel and Bowie TV YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support our shows. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the chat. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, and like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. Also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Just search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right, Corey, let's dive right into it. I mentioned what a great game. 41-24. You had a backup quarterback. He did it again. They need a big win. He delivers in Snoop Huntley. But just what were your overall thoughts on the game?
I was holding my breath the entire time.
I know. I texted you a couple of times.
It was such a important game.
Of course.
But other than that, though, I was just like, yes, this is how you use Derrick Henry.
Oh, man.
This is how you use Derrick Henry. Yeah. I was just like, where has this team been all season?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's really what I was thinking. They just looked, to me, I feel like that was their best game of the season, honestly. And for the 41 points, I mean, since the first maybe 2 or 3 games, they haven't been able to score very high. So, getting 41 points, Snoop did a great job. He was calm. He was poised. He ran the offense like a G. Yes. And that's how we talk on here, okay?
Yeah, we have to tell him like a G. Let him know. That's how we do talk. Like she's right. That's how we talk on here. She's right. No denying that. No denying that. he was that dude. To be real with you. But I don't want to. I'm gonna give him his flowers because he deserves it. But the dude that deserves all flowers is King Henry.
For sure.
I text you and I was like, so they're not gonna give him the ball anymore just because the one fumble and that was it. And even after the fumble, he still was running the ball pretty well. And then they just stopped going to him in like 12 minutes left in the game. They stopped going to him, and they were up big at that time against the Patriots.
Well, I feel like. Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go for it. No, look, go, Carita, go.
No, I just felt like there was so many questions last Monday from the media. And don't get me wrong, the media ask Coach Harbaugh questions all the time. But I really feel like this is one of those times where they were just like super blunt about the use of Derrick Henry. And one of the questions was, when you sign him, isn't the idea to use him in situations where they didn't use them last week? And so I do feel like there were it shouldn't have taken that situation or that game. But I do feel like it took that situation in that game for it to just be like, all right, like we got to do this. And luckily, they lived to see another Sunday of possibility.
Yeah, which is great. Like I agree with you. That's my issue with it, because when you see it and it worked, and you were doing this with the backup quarterback, and they score 41 points against a solid. I know this Packers defense doesn't have Micah Parsons, but it's still a solid defense. And to do that against that defense, it just shows you that if you did this with a banged up Lamar or Lamar before he was banged up, this wouldn't be an issue. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing that kind of is annoying, because we'll go back to the Patriots game. That's a game you definitely needed. And to your point, Carita, it's December. This is when you got him. This is the reason why you got Derrick Henry. It's for the moments like that. And he was rolling against the Patriots as well, and you stopped going to him. Look, Mitchell's is a nice story. He's running well, but there is a reason why Derrick Henry is a Hall of Fame running back. There is a reason. But
it's kind of funny because in the first part of the season, it was like, why aren't you using Keaton Mitchell? Why aren't you using Keaton Mitchell? Yeah. Now, what I will say is how they use Keaton Mitchell with Derrick Henry. I don't feel like Keaton's strength is running up the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
So when I do that, I'm kind of like, I feel like, use Keaton where he is strong, and that's usually when you get him out of the backfield.
Yeah.
So that's been interesting too. It's like they've been trying to use him in some cases like a mini Derrick Henry.
Yes.
It's not his strength, in my opinion. So do what works for Keaton and do what works for Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I'm just happy. Like it's kind of like not me saying I told you, not told them so. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like, all the pundits, because it's everybody. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's everybody. It's the pundits, it's fans, it's whatever. It's like, okay, I told you so. Give him the ball. This is Derrick Henry. Like this is Derrick Henry. This isn't like a flash in the pants type of running back. This is a elite generational talent running back. Yes. Hall of Fame. He gave you 200 plus yards against the Packers. That don't let you know what time it is. It lets you know what time it is. Okay. Like Derrick Henry is one of them. So I'm glad he put like LeBron do it. He put the crown. King Henry, he put the crown on his head like this, and he was good. And they follow suit. Everybody follows suit. I mean, the way he was running, and now Coach Harbaugh said it, when he has a game like that prior, fumble or whatnot, he runs angry the following game. And you saw it, man. The dude was stiff arming dudes. He was throwing dudes around. He was trucking folks.
Valentine got it real bad.
He got it. Woo, good God. Woo. And it's like, if you see it in slow motion, you could tell like he was eager to do it bad, because he kind of he didn't hesitate. He was timing how he's going to do it. You could see Derrick Henry went right. He like glitched a little bit, and then he get the full extension one, like And the way that young boy flew, I was like, damn.
I know.
I was like, damn, he got you. 4 touchdowns, 4 rushing touchdowns. It was a great performance. Defense made some big plays. Humphreys had an interception. You got Green fumble recovery. They played a solid game. You know what I mean? They played a solid game.
They had some moments.
Oh, I know. I said solid. That's why I say great.
There's still a concern for me.
Oh, so talk on that. Speak on that. Like what concerns you? Because I mean, Willis looked really good against them. I'm not gonna lie, he did look very good against them.
Malik Willis, I feel like he was pretty much doing what he wanted to do, especially the pass. Like they were having a lot of trouble defending the pass, and Nate Wiggins was not having a good night.
Oh, he was getting beat a lot. Yes, he was. Yeah.
And so they need to, and they really didn't get a lot of pressure on the quarterback either. So yeah, that's what concerns me going into the Steelers is the defense got to tighten up, because I mean, luckily they don't have DK Metcalf, but that doesn't mean anything. You know, they still have their fair share of weapons. I mean, DK is a big deal. Don't get me wrong.
No. I'm laughing at DK. You good?
They still have their fair share of weapons, and at the end of the day, this is an AFC North game, and they know each other so well that them being deprived of DK doesn't necessarily mean they're at a disadvantage. I mean, that's why Cleveland was able to beat the Steelers. It's that AFC North familiarity, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. When you all play each other and you all play such a the Ravens, Steelers, Browns, who am I forgetting? Braves and Bengals. Yeah, they all play a physical. Usually, they all play a physical style. So it typically, like to your point, you know, when you play a physical style, it's all about who can kind of man up and play you tougher. And the Browns we said this on the show, the Browns have a hell of a defense. This is the offense kind of squanders that good defense at times. But the Ravens are definitely in a situation where, like, I don't want to fast forward into the Steelers game because that's going to be its own thing anyway. But the Ravens their secondary and their defense has to play in a different level when they do play. Well, I must be honest with you. I think Malik Willis may be better than Aaron Rodgers at this point in time of his career. I may say that.
The key to Aaron Rodgers is going to be the pass rush, because I definitely feel like if you can get to him, I mean, it's like that with any quarterback, but he doesn't have the escapability that Malik Willis does.
Yeah, he don't got it anymore. Yeah.
So if you can get to Aaron Rodgers, which they didn't do a good job of the first go round, then you give yourself a chance.
Yeah. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is. Yeah, it's all about getting pressure on Aaron Rodgers. So they're gonna really need to get pressure on A-Rod.
You know, he was doing his thing last time.
I know. I mean, I feel like if I'm the Ravens, I'm definitely. I mean, and we'll get back into the game a little bit more, but I feel like if I'm the Ravens, I will be extra motivated because he was doing a lot of talking. He was feeling real comfortable in that game.
They should feel extra motivated.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike Tomlin even did to the camera.
I'm serious. Yeah, I'm serious.
The game. So I mean, they need to be motivated.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This
is gonna be a crazy game. I just feel it.
It's gonna be emotional. It's gonna be a very emotional game, and it's a
lot at stake. It's a lot at stake.
I mean, DK dumb as hell. But don't get me started on DK. DK dumb as hell. But I do want to get back to like the game though. So, do you feel like from this point on, for Todd Monken, he has now learned his lesson that King Henry will be touching the football 25 to 30. We're not even doing it 20 no more. 25 to 30.
I think he learned his lesson. I do. I do.
You think?
The way they committed to the run against Green Bay, I do feel like they learned their lesson. I don't know that Derrick Henry would get 4 touchdowns, you know. But I do think they saw that was a dominating performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once again, like, that is why you have him. And sometimes now I am thinking, like, when you have Lamar, you
take it for granted.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, they take it for granted, or just their game plan isn't what it should be, having Derrick Henry, I think, because they have Lamar Jackson.
No, I agree.
So I'm like, okay, we don't know if Lamar is playing or not. I mean, I feel like Lamar will be out there if he has to.
I think he's gonna be out there. I think he's gonna definitely be out there.
Yeah, I think he'll be out there for sure.
Yeah.
But I do think what you did with Snoop is like a blueprint for if Lamar is not 100% healthy.
Agreed.
This is what you need to do.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that they keep that same energy. It worked. Everybody's talking about how they saw John Harbaugh with a play sheet on the sideline.
Oh, did he? I didn't know this.
I can't be sure if he has a play sheet every week or not. Honestly, I haven't paid that any attention. But there were a lot of people pointing out that he doesn't typically have the play sheet.
Oh.
He was asked about it on Monday. He said that's not new. But Kami Inouye was on a podcast and said he's never seen him with a play sheet. He was like, he's talked to me in the middle of a game and I've never seen him with a play sheet. So
that's hilarious. I'm sorry.
I don't know if that means he's more involved. Like, I don't know if that means he feels like he needs to be more involved at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, it worked. Whatever they did against Green Bay, you need to do against the Steelers.
I know
it's a little different, but I just mean that aggressiveness.
I don't think it has to be that much different. I think they can do the same thing. I think that if Harbaugh, I'll say this much. I'm kind of thinking to your point that now until you say that. All right, I'm gonna ask you this question. You tell me your opinion because you've been there, you've been around them, so you know that you know everybody's temperament.
Okay.
Do you feel like Derrick Henry getting that many touches was a Harbaugh thing or a Monken thing?
That's a good question. I almost want to say it was probably both.
Okay.
I feel like after that previous game, I mean, Coach Harbaugh said a million times in hindsight, he should have been out there. In hindsight, he should have been out there. I think it was probably both. I think both of them knew he should have been out there. It's unfortunate that it was in hindsight.
Yeah.
But I think they both knew that.
The only reason why I asked that, because I don't think because I've watched, I mean, Coach Harbaugh's a special, like in terms of his career as a coach, he's been more of a special team. He's a special teams guy. That was his profession going into like when he was the Eagles. And so I can see if he has a play sheet, I can see him saying, nah, get the ball to Henry. Because that's easy. Because that's just easy. Like, get the ball to Henry. Because he had to, because he's the one that has to your point, Carita. He's the one, and then everyone saw the clip, so I don't have of the presser. Everybody saw him saying, like, yeah, I wish we would have gave him the football. Like, pretty much I'm paraphrasing, but I wish we would have gave him the football. So it's like, all right, I ain't having that situation happen again. I don't want no I wish. Like, I don't want to go back. Because, I mean, as a head coach, you're not really, most head coaches, a lot of head coaches, unless you're really coaching up the offense, most head coaches are letting the play callers do their thing. They're not really second, other than fourth down or whatever, big downs like fourth down. They said we go for it. What play are you going to call? That's about it. But most of the time, they're like going to let the play caller do whatever because they trust the play caller. You know what I mean? They don't want to ruin the play caller's rhythm. So I'm curious. I'm curious about that one.
I don't think we'll ever know that answer, but I feel like, you know
better than me. So
from a strategy perspective, I can definitely. Now, I think it was both of them, and I do think it was both of them, but I can see after last week, Coach Harbaugh having more of a say in what he wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. No, I know exactly what you mean. Because it's interesting because he got the ball like 36 times, 36 rushing attempts.
It was working. I'm glad I feel like it was the combination of it was working and also the quarterback situation.
I agree. It definitely
make things easier for Snoop, but it goes to show, like, if you have Lamar, you could do the same thing. Like, the truth of the matter is Lamar is 28. He's getting older. Like, have him run when it's that's a part of his game. Yeah. It's a part of his game. That is why Lamar is Lamar. But like I said earlier, like, you got Derrick Henry, so Lamar didn't have to run as much.
True.
You know? Like, So I feel like, let Lamar run when it's necessary, or will you draw up a play for him? But other than that, I don't think Lamar would have no problem using Derrick Henry. I mean, the only issue with that is it does take away from the receivers getting targets and that kind of thing. It's just a weird.
I mean, if they worry about that, like stats are already over now. It's the last game of the season. You got at this point in time, your stats don't mean nothing. It's like it's all about winning football games. They better do.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for
in general.
The entire season.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everybody, you guys, of course, you want Zay to get touched. No, I agree. I agree. Yeah, no, I agree with that. But
yeah, I think at this point it's December, January. It's cold. This is Derrick Henry weather. This is Derrick Henry time. So I just hope I do understand sometimes like why I don't say I understand why they move away from it, but I know because sometimes it's like you got it there, don't break out sometimes until like the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And you want to get points on the board, but yeah, they just need to stay a little more committed to the run.
Yeah, I mean, look, Carita, your home teams played against Derrick Henry a lot in the past. So
and they got beat, yeah.
Yeah, so you've seen him for a long time. So you know. So I'm just saying, like, look, man. I see Derrick Henry from a distance. And I know every time I see him on TV, it's the same old. He'll get you tired, and people don't like tackling him. I see it. They don't like tackling him.
No.
They don't.
Who wants to tackle Derrick Henry all day?
Facts. Like, so give him the ball. How about that? Give him the ball. If you don't want to tackle him, make him tackle him. That's how I look at it.
I had to see where Pittsburgh's run defense is. They're like 21st or 22nd in the league.
He does.
Isn't that high? So
yeah. And you know what? He typically does well against Pittsburgh too. When they give him the ball. When they give him the ball, he typically, like the playoff game last year, like he killed Pittsburgh last year in the playoffs.
But I think we're gonna see both coaches, both teams just going hard in the paint because of the stakes. But then you have two coaches who are facing criticism.
Oh yeah, I know.
And job security and things like that.
Yeah, the rumors or whatnot. All right, so we talked about Derrick Henry doing king stuff. Now Snoop Huntley, this is the second time for me with this dude. He deserves a lot of flowers, man. Like he saved the season against the Chicago Bears. And then against the Packers, Lamar's out. They need a good play. They need a big play. I mean, they need a big performance, consistent performance. We could talk about Derrick Henry all we want, but Snoop Huntley made big plays, big runs, a big touchdown pass to Zay Flowers on that touchdown pass. Just talk about his play, man, and his leadership while Lamar's been out.
I mean, I think that first of all, I've seen so Snoop wasn't there last season, but he was there the season before that.
Yeah.
And I can see the growth in his game, in his confidence. And we had that conversation. He talked about feeling like he was a more complete player now that he's come back. And then he also just talked about like in the off season, like working with a quarterback coach. But then he also said like he knows his worth more now is what he also said. So I think you're seeing all those things show. And then in addition to that, the offense, not just the offense, but the Ravens in general. I mean, they know Snoop. They're comfortable with Snoop. They feel confident with Snoop. He has similarities to Lamar, so I don't think it's a big difference. So I think he's been great as a leader. He like I said, he's just been confident going out there, playing in some big games because the games that he's played in have both been must-win games for them. The Bears and then the Green Bay Packers game. So he's been under some pressure and he's done a good job.
Yeah, he's been go Ravens. My guy. And that's we're talking about a Commanders Redskins fan. But I just think that there's so much pressure to perform at that level. That game against the Packers, like your season's on the line. You lose, you're eliminated from the playoffs. And
no matter what the result would have been.
It doesn't matter what it is. Like you gave your team an opportunity, at least for Sunday, to what we saw on Sunday. You gave your team that opportunity, right? Mm-hmm. And to not be shaken, like they didn't ask for him to do too much in terms of the pass game, but he did make plays on his own, right? Like he read the play. He ran when he needed to run. He was safe with the football. He knew who to go to. He didn't force plays. Other than the one play, he almost threw an interception in the end zone. He tried to force it to Bateman and Zay. I think it was Bateman. I want to say Bateman.
I think both of them were back.
Yeah. I think that's the only play I thought he forced throughout the whole game, but he just played his role. And it's just something that has to be commended, because we see this in the NFL. There's so many guys who the backups have to take over for a starter, and they just pretty much they pissed the bed. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, Cooper Rush, they needed you to step up, and they paid you good money, and you couldn't do anything, right? This dude didn't turn up. He didn't beat himself. He didn't hinder the team. He helped the team. So man, he deserves a lot of credit, man. Like,
it's just interesting that the Ravens went to Cooper Rush.
I know, it's trash.
And ultimately needed to go back to Snoop.
I know.
Like paid Cooper Rush all that money to ultimately need to go back to Snoop.
Yeah, that's wild to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's wild. To be that bad, right? To be that bad that you had to go back because you paid him a lot of money to be that bad. Because you know how bad you gotta be.
They tried to stick with him.
Of course. Yeah.
Because you pay him all that money, but it just wasn't working out. Yeah. And I think it was how many games? I can't remember if he played 2 or 3 games, but they had to go back. They had to.
Nah. And it worked. Sometimes you gotta go back to the old one. They don't want to treat you right. You gotta go back. Sometimes you gotta. Yeah, sometimes, look, man, just like relationships. Sometimes you gotta go back to the old one. Sometimes you gotta look back. You know what? I messed up. I messed up. I ain't do you right. Come on, the new ones now. Come on.
This isn't right.
Yes, swallow your pride. Come on, come over here. Come on. I get it. That's what.
Somebody's.
Yes. I'm sorry. I didn't appreciate you the right way. Come on, come back.
Somebody's with this.
Exactly. Oh man, but yeah, it worked. It definitely for him. I'm just happy for him though. I am happy for him because he deserved it, and he's played at such like he should be proud of. I hope they get to the postseason. I really do hope the Ravens make the postseason because of him. He's gonna be somebody. I feel like we talk about testimonies in life or testimonies in the season or whatever, right? I feel like his work, what he did for this team this season, will be part of the story. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, because like I said, there were 2. That Bears game was a must-win. The Packers game was a must-win. And yeah, he would definitely be a part of the story. And he deserves to be a part of the story. And also, I'm going to plug my Tyler Huntley interview for Bowie TV.
Always plug yourself. Duh.
That happened at the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. And I was not aware of how much of a factor Tyler Huntley would be this year. I wanted to talk to him because we hadn't spoke to him since he returned to Baltimore. Mm-hmm. I wanted to just do like a one-on-one with him and like welcome back and just get some, get his take on things. And who knew? So check that out. It's on Bowie TV Sports YouTube. And I have a one-on-one with Snoop Huntley where he talks about his role with this team, what he was hoping to do, coming back to Baltimore. We even talked about his relationship with Shador, which has come up.
Yeah, which has come up. Good segue.
Yeah.
Good segue. Look at you. Look at you doing segues and stuff now. Look at you. I'm so proud of you. All right, speaking of Shador and the Cleveland Browns, and he don't, and he didn't he text him before the game? I think I heard something. Yeah, he called him before the game.
He just said he was going to call him, but Shador said he actually did call him in the morning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shador said it was about life though. She said Snoop said
he said that is how he's always been. So.
Yeah. So, but look, Shador And the Browns, they did it. They pulled the upset. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, which had now is giving the Ravens this chance on Sunday night. Winner wins the AFC North, which is dope. They have this opportunity. Yeah, basically a playoff game in its own right. So, Carita, we talked about,
a
home playoff game. Yeah, a home wild card game. Facts. So, we talked about, the chances of the Ravens making the postseason, right? Before the Patriots game, because we said the Patriots game would be rough, right? And then when they lost it was like, I don't even know. But for you, are you surprised that the Ravens have gotten to this point? Are you surprised that they are now have an opportunity, a better opportunity, 50-50 chance to get into the postseason?
Yes. I'm going to say this is a real answer. Yes and no.
I know
yes, I'm surprised because just the way they have been playing, especially these past couple of weeks when some of these games have been must wins and they just haven't been able to do it. And then losing that game to New England kind of put the icing on the cake for me, because in my mind, I was just like, I don't know if the Browns can actually beat the Steelers just based on how they've been playing this year.
Facts.
And so, yes, it was possible, but I just wasn't 100% sure on that. So, yes, I'm a little surprised, but then I say no because I know I was asked, I think this was after the Bears game, I was asked if the team could make the playoffs still. And I said, if there's any team that can make it happen, it's the Ravens.
You said that.
And so, yes and no. But I'm a little more surprised just because things have not gone there. This has been a season, okay? I mean, it has been very up and down. It has been good. It has been bleak. It has been all kinds of things. And so for them to be in a situation where it's winner takes all, hey, they deserve it.
They do. To get to this point, I had on X, with Yanni, I would say Yanni asked about was it a surprise. We asked that question on X, if it was it a surprise. He said, nope, not surprised, was rooting for Cleveland the whole time, and they came through with the Cleveland miracle. Now Pittsburgh is in trouble. I hope the Ravens win and book their ticket to the playoffs. If the Steelers lose, they did this to themselves and only themselves to blame. I like that response.
I mean, that's the Steelers they were doing very well, and then
they were on the street. Yeah, they felt. Yeah, I know who's gonna be
business against the Browns. So.
Yeah, I know who's gonna be blamed though. I know. Debo about to be the blame. Well, Tom is gonna be blamed, but Debo need to be the one that's being blamed for real.
DK.
DK. I'm sorry, I said Debo. DK. Yeah. They all on steroids. Don't matter. So, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. All right, it's a joke. Telling folks out there, don't try to cancel me. It's a joke. All right. All right. Smoking and play podcast said, I feel like whatever coach loses will get fired during the all season between Tomlin and Harbaugh. Do you think that's a thing for either coach?
I mean, they've been calling for Harbaugh's job.
That's always.
I feel like this is not the first time Tomlin's job has been in question either. And both of them survive. So I'm not convinced. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm not convinced because what's the coaching scene look like right now? You know what I mean? People got to think about that. Like, what are the options at this time for each team? And that is what the decision makers have to think too. It's like, okay, yes, you can fire them and get some new energy, but is that good? Is that going to be what's good for the long term? I don't know.
Yeah, it just depends. It depends what your thought process is. I mean, there's coaches I like. I don't know if I want them. I don't know. I have one coach that I like a lot. But I feel like he was being blackballed. But we'll see how that works out. I'm talking about Brian Flores for other folks who don't know. I love Brian. I love Brian Flores.
He'll be. I think that if he went into the coaching cycle, he would be a hot commodity.
Yeah, he would be. He should be. He should be a hot commodity. I agree. He should be. But I question that because of his situation with the lawsuit and owners kind of stick together. So I'm not sure if they would, if they screw him. That's the only thing. Like I like him a lot actually. I think he's an unbelievable coach. But that's the only coach that I feel like could he kind of fits both scenes with the Ravens and Steelers because he is kind of hard nosed because that's kind of like their whole identity. But again, I don't think I'll be real. I don't think either of those coaches get fired though. I don't think so, but we'll see how that plays out. I don't think any of them get fired. But I am. This matchup is very intriguing. I think the Ravens have all the momentum. I feel like the Steelers are going to lean on that crutch if they don't have Debo. I mean, I keep him Debo, DK, DK. So we'll see how that plays out. But the Ravens, I feel like they have all the momentum going.
I do feel like they have the momentum. I mean, if you really think about it, I think the Ravens as a team probably know like they got they got the help that they needed to get here.
Exactly.
And so I personally feel like that's new life. That breathes new life into them because it's like we almost didn't make it here, but now we here. So I feel like it brings what is positive for the Steelers is they're playing at home in front of their crowd. But yeah, I definitely think the Ravens have more momentum now. And I mean, they always believed that they could still make it to the playoffs and that they could still get the crown. However, in these past few weeks, I know it was looking real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think Kyle Van Noy did it best. I think it was The Undertaker. He posted a
Oh, they'll say, oh my God.
He posted the
getting up. Oh yeah. Oh God.
Getting up. And I'm like, exactly. That's exactly what this is. They have been resurrected. So I think they'll play like they've been resurrected.
Yeah, I think
it still concerns me.
No, I'm gonna say this. It's something about I like you said something real that I think that was real dope and it's real interesting. I do believe that it's almost like you can't waste this opportunity type of thing. Right. I think the Steelers gave them the Browns. I'm gonna give the Browns their flowers. The Browns gave the Ravens a second chance. Yes, to be real with you. And it's like you can't waste it. Like it's one of them things in life when somebody gives you a second chance in a situation that you thought that you kind of pissed away. And you're like, oh, this is my opportunity. I cannot let this go. You know what I mean? And I think that's what the Ravens have more going for them. And the Steelers are in a situation where like we can't lose this. We can't. It's different. It's like the Steelers they're going to be playing more defensive, in my opinion, because it's like we had it. Now we're letting it slip away. So, typically when you let something slip away at that particular moment, you're more defensive. You're trying to compensate. While the Ravens is like, we got this opportunity. We cannot blow it. Like we gotta get this now. Like it's your fault. You gave us this opportunity. Like now we got to take advantage of this.
Yeah, like if the Ravens lost, I think it would be like people would kind of be like,
yeah.
So I know that I didn't think they would be there anyway.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But if the Steelers lose, it's like they were just based on how their season was going. There was more expectation. Like they could have had the AFC North for weeks at this point.
Yes.
And they haven't been able to just take care of business. Well,
it's even like it's as simple as this, Carita. Like they lost to the Browns. No disrespect, they lost to the Browns. They had that. That's it. It's wrapped up. Like I'm not trying. Like,
and if we're really being serious, the Browns didn't do enough, in my opinion.
Yes.
So the fact that they lost to a Browns team that just really was barely able to get points on the board.
There you go. They scored 10.
The defense, don't get me wrong. Now
the defense was dope.
Well,
that was dope, but you got if you were the Steelers, you got Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. You only scored 10. I know you don't have DK, but you only scored 10. Like you scored 30. You scoring against the Lions and all these other teams. You were scoring points. You couldn't score more than 10 in a game. You needed to. If you win, you clinch the playoff spot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. That's different.
Granted, every team has a star receiver, but if you can't make anything happen without DK, And now they're down their tight end, Washington. He broke his arm.
He broke his arm. Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. You listen, DK, and it's not like DK's had a spectacular season though.
Right. He had.
So it's like,
yes, the Ravens.
So it's not like DK's been good. He's been solid of late. But it hasn't been spectacular. And then Aaron Rodgers brought his, like he always do. He brought his guys. He got his guys a job, and they didn't help him win on against the Browns. He got Scantrus Valdez, and so he got his guys. He got guys he's comfortable with, and you still only scored 6? They scored 6. That's it.
Who?
The Packers. I mean, sorry, I'm not Packers. I'm not going Packers. The Steelers. They scored 6.
It was 6.
All right. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's gonna look bad if you do lose. I'm not gonna hold you. It is gonna look bad. At the end
of the game either. So
yeah. So Ravens. I feel like the Ravens have. I know in this fan base, obviously they're gonna look at it differently. But in terms of two teams looking at each other, the Ravens really will be the team that should be more eased in it, rather compared to the Steelers. Because the Steelers, they will be known as they blew it. Because the schedule ends up favorable. It's a favorable schedule. It was a favorable schedule after when the Ravens lost. When the Ravens lost to the Patriots and they beat the Lions, it was set up. It was set up for you to win.
And that is why I had more concern, because their schedule was more favorable than the Ravens.
Exactly. That's where
towards the end.
Yep. I totally agree. So I think there's a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers, Mike Tomlin, and his unit compared to John Harbaugh and his group. I really do. So other than Derrick Henry, Carita, I'm gonna take out Snoop too, because that's easy. Other than those two, who gets Carita's game ball?
I was definitely gonna go to Snoop.
I know, that's why I stole it from you.
I had another thought, but okay. I'm gonna give it to the offensive line.
Look at you. That's good. I like that one. It's true.
Derrick Henry had that success because the offensive line finally held up. And that's why he was able to run for 4 touchdowns.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm giving it to the offensive line.
I think that was perfect, because actually that would have been my other one too. That's a good see. Look at you. Yeah. I done stole you too. I done stole your one, because I already omitted Derrick Henry, but I stole your one. But yeah,
I consider Zay, but I was just like only because he was the one who had the other touchdown. But overall, I had to think about it, and I'm like, no, offensive line. I mean, that's been an issue all season, or a lot of the season has been like them even opening the holes up for Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
They did well against the Packers, and truth be told, speaking of momentum, the run game has gotten better over the past 4 or 5 weeks, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And that is also showing the offensive line has gotten better too over the past couple of weeks, at least from the run standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's good momentum going into this last game as well.
No, I agree. I totally agree. I'm gonna give somebody flowers. I know the defense wasn't spectacular all around the board, but man, Roquan Smith, he always impresses me. That fourth down play stop where he like the backer had an opportunity and he just stone cold stopped him, which kind of led to it led to a field goal. I think it led to a field goal. He's He's what I remember. I went to Georgia. I believe he went to Georgia in college. I want to say Georgia. He went to Georgia. He's a dude that I've always been impressed with. I've always loved Roquan Smith. I think Roquan Smith is one of the best middle linebackers in all of the NFL. And to make that type of play, dope player. But yeah, I like yours. The offensive line was great. It was dope. There's a reason why Derrick Henry had some holes to like get the 200 plus yards. They definitely played their part. They were more physical against the Packers. So yeah, I like that. Definitely O-line. All right, Carita, we're about to close this show out. Though before we close the show out, always appreciate you. You're always dope. How can folks catch you on social media? Catch your content for Bowie TV, and also catch your great content for Double Take Sports as well.
Yes, so you can catch me on social media at Carita Parks on all platforms. You can also follow at Bowie TV Sports for my Ravens content specifically, and then also support my online sports company, Double Take Sports. We are credentialed for various leagues and sports, so be sure to follow that at DBL Take Sports.
Love it, man. Love it. Well, man, Ravens. We do what? Well, you're gonna be all right. So pregame Saturday, Sunday, right? Sunday night. Pregame Sunday night.
So,
all right, you yawning. I'm definitely closing the show now.
Oh
I mean, you tired? Look, man. Look. You deserve to yawn. Okay, don't get it twisted. You deserve to yawn. It's a fact. All right. Anyway, folks. Are you no problem? Folks, we appreciate y'all for pulling up. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Scene for ages. Yiddy deuces. We are out. Peace.